Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. Ooh, all right. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. I hope y'all are doing well. Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What does collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? Please and thank you. I was feeling like I forgot something, but that could be part of the energy. Just now when I went to grab the deck, it seemed like it didn't want to cooperate. Like there was a weight on the last two cards or the cards that were touching the table, like they didn't want to be grabbed or something. I heard miraculous just now. So there's a miracle or miracle energy in this read, in this spread, wherever we're headed right here. All right, thank you, Spirit, for that. Thank you for your miracles. Uh-oh, card fell out on the floor. This is how it landed. So the Sun card reverse. I just heard what goes up must come down. So that's in a reference to the rising and setting of the sun even. Like it has to. So there's some sort of biblical reference coming in as well with the setting, rising and setting of the sun. So I'm hearing 3 days. All right, so that has to do with the resurrection, you guys. Specifically, Jesus's resurrection. Whether you believe that or not, it's still energy at the end of the day. It holds a lot of power and a lot of weight. A lot of people call on the name. So, yeah, it's still an energy at the end of the day. I heard progress and something about utilizing. So even how I was mentioning, the power in the name. So the utilization of even that power, and you may not be a Christian or identify with religion at all, but to be able to rely on power. So there's something about harnessing and sourcing, and then I was shown like a church congregation just now. Like there's power coming from that congregation, but most people would consider there's power going forth to the congregation when in fact the congregation is the power. And I'm hearing leverage. It's what gives whoever the speaker, preacher, pastor, whoever, whatever title you want to give them, gives them power. I don't know where we're headed, y'all, but here we go. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the messages. Let's get some cards out here. I heard my deck's upside down. There we go. All right. I heard an abide so. That seems like it's like the tail end of something, like I missed the first half of it, but I don't know. But I just saw a card flipped out in the deck, but I think it was the Ten of Swords when I was looking just now. Abide so. Abide. What does abide mean in this energy? So it was the Ten of Swords reverse flipped out in the deck. What goes up must come down. I'm hearing that again. Abide so. I heard temptation and progress. Ooh, okay, temptation and progress. Yikes. I don't know if that's a good thing, y'all. And then looking at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords reverse. So definitely not a good thing. What goes up must come down. Maybe they didn't think it would turn out to be that sort of scenario. My thing is, how can you be so deep involved in dirt that you don't think that you're going to have to pay for that? Like, where does the mystery or the derangement come from? Derangement? Where does that come from? But I'm hearing mental illness now, you guys. So I guess that would qualify as, something that's being tampered with in some way, whether it's chemical imbalance or, chemical imbalance. Now I'm being told that it's substance abuse. Okay. Well, there we go. I mean, that'll do it, right? Somebody who's not of a sound frame of mind reference because of the chemical aspects or alteration of brain activity and all that good stuff. Yeah. So I guess it turns eventually into mental illness. So, okay, so addiction turns into mental illness. Got it. What the church had to do with that, I don't know, because I'm being shown the church and the whole congregation that I saw. That could be even for the pastor. I mean, everybody gets it. Doesn't matter if you're in a energetic house covering, you know, of like a church congregation, like you're still susceptible to falling. Ooh, where are we going, y'all? Where are we going? All right, Spirit, tell us more about this 7. I'm gonna start picking my nails, y'all. So please excuse that. Please tell us more about the 7 of Swords reverse. I don't like it. I don't like it. Somebody's having a hard time with even the justification of what's happening. Like, instead of lying down and taking it, or, you know, licking their wounds, it's like they're wanting to rise up and fight against what's happening to them. I heard against them, happening against them. So it's obviously an advert of sorts, but I don't like it. I don't like it. So they're mad about it. They're mad about what it is that they attracted to their lives by what they were giving out. Like, what? And we were talking about power in the channeling, y'all. So now I'm being shown that they had like a lot of power, a lot of energy surrounding the hate that they gave. And now to receive that same power back, you know, they got a problem. That's strange. But then we were talking about, you guys, chemical imbalances, mental illness. So let's kind of keep that at the forefront, because this really could be something that we just need to understand, you know, because it's gone past logic, like why somebody would keep continuing to do something. So at this point, we're like being told that it's because if, you know, they've been abusing drugs for a while, you know, that turns into some sort of mental imbalance by way of being diagnosed with some sort of mental illness, if they get to that point. Because they could just be, you know, kind of running around loosey-goosey without any intervention. All right, y'all, so I don't even know if we've gotten to the 7 of Swords reverse energy, but I'm sure we have with the energy. Excuse me. That just went forth, you guys. So, you know, how you dish it, you got to be able to take it. This person's not taking it well. This 10 of Swords, so that's the bottom of the deck for what we're about to get into. This 10 of Swords reverse was the card that flipped over in the deck. And if I hadn't have looked at the deck, I wouldn't have noticed, because it just seemed, you know, just so, the word that was coming out was insecure, but that's not the word that I, you know, was looking for in the frame of reference of. It was hard to notice. So there is something about insecurities when it comes to possibly why this person settled for addictions. They just were an insecure person. Now, you probably know this about whoever this is, collective. You probably knew that they battled with insecurities, but maybe, you know, they were in a place to where they didn't think that they had any. So that was another kind of weird thing about them. I heard qualm. I don't use that word qualm, so the significance of that 10 of Swords flipping over in the deck and me not noticing it unless I was looking at the deck, because look at the shading, like it's dark, the same as like the back side of the card. So it was not insignificant. There's some word surrounding that to where it was hard to notice. It wasn't hard for us to see it. It was hard for them to see it, even though they were called out on it. Like, you know, you really maybe have some issues with insecurity. They're like, no, I don't. What do you mean? Like, I'm the last insecure person on the earth. Like, they would like combat it in that way. Just like this person that dished out a whole lot of dirt. They're getting it back. They're saying they don't like it. There's just something about how it goes out. But then when it comes back to them, they think that they're looking around like, who are you talking to? They don't think that you're talking to them because they don't think it applies to them. That's what's going on. So I'm getting substance abuse, chemical imbalance, leading to mental illness. But, you know, we call it denial. We call it lack of accountability. You know, we call it just them, you know, just not you know, just wanting to better themselves. But if they're caught in this trap, you know, with the substance abuse, then they don't see a problem. So this is definitely for those of us. And, you know, those who have come out of addiction, you know, we don't understand that side, but we're getting an understanding now because this is somebody who our lives have been personally affected by them and their issues when it comes to unaccountability, substance abuse, chemical imbalance, leading to mental illness, because they affected our lives greatly. Because all we wanted to do was just treat them like they were normal, not even knowing that there was an issue, but we were wanting to kind of work through the kinks because we thought they were kinks. We thought, you know, in the long run, you know, it'll work out, we'll balance out, but we didn't know that this person was really, truly struggling because they wore another face. We got to see like a real part. Maybe we were in denial thinking it would get better when it just kept getting worse. Each time it got worse. And more worse than the time before. Did it not? Here we are. Let's keep going. Whew. I heard something about times 10. All right, so times 10 would mean they got it back. Look, 7 of Swords reversed. They got it back times 10. I just specifically heard that. So that's the reason why they're not accepting this. But we're talking about energy, y'all. That power that they put into it. They needed to really recognize their own power. If it weren't for, you know, the substance abuse, whatever power that they held was really good. It was some great power, but they used that power for the wrong things. But now it's time to get that back. So it's like, ooh, I don't like that. Now imagine if they would have used that for good. Think of all the great rewards they could be getting right now. And that's nothing we would want to shove down their throat, but we tried to, you know, kind of say, you know, you look like you headed in the wrong direction. I think I see a better way for you, so maybe try this way. But no, then you were the one that was causing the problems. You were the one that was this and that. But, you know, we're talking about somebody who was dealing with a chemical imbalance to begin with. So that means that they were already abusing some sort of vice. Maybe it wasn't in your face as much. Maybe you had partaken with them in this, but you were the one who, you know, didn't get like fully involved in something to where it was like a necessity for you, like it was for them. Like they had to have it, whatever this is. I heard they fell twice as hard. So that means if we're looking at the most innocent scenario, like you both trying out something for the first time, if it comes to some sort of substance abuse, they fell for it twice as hard. So they definitely wore that addiction energy all over them. I'm hearing addiction to you, collective. They definitely had some sort of addiction to you. So if this is somebody who was hard to kind of get rid of, I hate to say it like that, but, you know, if things aren't going well in a relationship and you want to say, okay, let's try, time to see other people or do something else. This one might have acted like they were fine with it, but they kept lingering around or finding their way back to you. So you were basically their first addiction. Yeah. But then I'm getting the energy of as the mask began to slip, that's when they were trying to recoup something. So if they figured that they had to lose you or were losing your energy, they had to find a way to get it back. So it was by all means. If it was by disturbance, if it was by, you know, tampering with things. I don't know what the tampering energy is, but it's definitely just kind of disturbing, you know, the energy by way of physical means even. But to me, it sounds like getting your attention. Getting your attention and the attention of people around you. Yeah. Wow. So definitely you're playing with just a grown-ass kid. I said playing with because they were definitely playing with you. But maybe because you started to recognize that, you're dealing with somebody who is, is not going to try to correct or right their wrongs. They're not going to try to do better for themselves. Then you kind of tried to ease back out of this the best way you could without causing like a disruption. Because you knew it was getting to that point where you saw enough red flags. The mask was slipping. This person's doing things to embarrass you, humiliate you in front of whoever, because they didn't care if they were being embarrassed or humiliated. But to drag you into it was a whole nother thing. Like, you wanted no parts of that because you already experienced quite a few things with this person to know that that's not, what you want in life or where you're headed. At that point, would have been like a mental institution. I'm telling you just the seriousness of who this person really was that you found out later. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me keep going. I'm going to turn these two cards over next to this 10 of Swords reverse. So we have the Hierophant reverse and the King of Cups. So, the King of Cups is somebody who's very good with, how to play things when it comes to other people's emotions. This is what I'm getting off the bat. Like I said, the mask started to slip, but there's somehow that they got your attention to begin with. So there's something like debonair about them. If we're talking about a man, about the woman, there was something that just caught you. It made you freeze. Like, oh wow, who, me? Like they paid attention to you. Yeah, something about that. But they knew that. The King of Cups is at the top tier. It doesn't matter their gender. It means that they know how to get what it is that they want when it comes to the abuse or either like the gathering of someone else's emotions. So the abuse of the emotions would be like highly manipulative, but I said they were even embarrassed and humiliated, on account of trying to embarrass and humiliate you. Like, they didn't care. You did, though. This Hierophant reverse means that this person's definitely not getting a lesson here. They're not, they did say, I don't like this. Well, you don't get the opportunity when you're being disciplined to say what you don't like. That's like the last thing that should be coming out of your mouth, or you should be saying or thinking about. First thing should be, how did I end up here? But no, this person is not, they're not getting this message here with the Hierophant reverse. The 5, change. They're not welcoming this change. There's something around change for the better, but it's like, is it even change for the better? Because they're not even acknowledging that they're sitting in some sort of disciplinary energy. So how does change get to come in and take over and have its way? That's why the Hierophant's reverse. They're not getting this lesson. All right, let me move over here to this side and see what we have going on. We have the Page of Pentacles reverse with the Star card. Yeah. So this has to do for me with levels. Like, I'm hearing you collective are beyond reach. Like, you're in the stars, you're in the galaxy floating around to this person. Like, you're not reachable. They don't even have anything comparable to say that, I'm here, look at me. Because the visual that I'm getting is like a serious lens happening, like a fine-tuned lens down on, when you're looking from like above the earth ground, when they have those special cameras. Like, you'll think like Google Earth, how you can pinpoint something and you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. And then there's this person. But then when you finally zoom in, it's like, I'm hearing they're unrecognizable. So that could be on the physical. Like, you wouldn't even recognize this person. But they recognize you as the star. But, I'm seeing a scenario of how, celebrities, they get to a certain point to where they don't want to be bothered. You know, they don't want to be bothered with the peasants, so to speak. I don't feel like you would have the attitude, but this person does not deserve your energy. They don't deserve anything from you. They don't deserve to be zoomed in 100 times with a professional lens for you to see them. That's the energy. So if we're being told that they don't even deserve it, they wouldn't have anything to give, even if you did spot them out the crowd. I mean, it's like, okay, why are you wasting my time? Don't you see I'm important? I have things to do. Like, they get that now. They understand that part. So you obviously, collective, have things to do. And I feel like it's just serving like a greater good sort of message here. You have stuff to do. You got work to do. And this person is acknowledging that you've definitely arrived at your star position. And they were just in the way. They see that. All right, let me keep going. So I think this Justice card was the first to come out. There's a card under here, but I want to kind of migrate this way. Let's see. We have the Ace of Cups reversed on top of the Justice and, ooh, the Wheel card. Look at that. Favor, 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 favor is what I hear. I heard it all comes down. When you, I don't know the chorus. I don't know who sang. Was it Selena Johnson for the Kanye song? It all comes down. That one. I did hear rising and falling of the sun in the channel energy. So what goes up must come down, y'all. But this is justice for the collective. This is good fortune, wheel turning in the right, absolutely right direction, forward. Justice. Ace of Cups reverse. What is this Ace of Cups reverse? Okay, so I'm hearing it's tied to whatever these two cards, but tell me about this Ace of Cups reverse, Spirit. This is like somebody just gets to hear you on the radio now. They once had you live in the flesh. I said there's something about some star power here. They can't reach you. And even if they did, it's going to be like you saying, don't you see I'm busy? Don't you see I got work to do? But here they're like, now they're just sitting by a radio or just watching the TV, looking at you, what they once had right next to them, fixing them a plate, asking them if they wanted you to bring them some lunch to work, asking if they're good. How are they doing? I can't wait to see you. You were giving them all of that, but now they can only reach you through a TV screen or a radio device. That's sad. That's their new beginning with this Ace of Cups reverse, because justice is here. This is justice. I heard this Ace of Cups reverse was tied to these two, so let's see what's here. Ooh, I told you. They had you once upon a time. Can I get you another drink? You sure you good? Let me rub your feet. I know you had a hard day. Look at this Two of Cups. But look what's adverse to this. The Seven of Cups. They are losing their mind. They are losing their natural, oh my goodness, I didn't mean, but that we were talking about mental illness, y'all. I just heard they were losing their natural mind over this, over what they once had, y'all. This is crazy. Now, this has never come up that I feel in the energy on the table, that this person's losing their mind over you. I just think about all the humiliation that they served and dished out, all of the embarrassment, all of the stepping over your dead body, you know, if they had the chance. That's all I'm thinking about right now, collective. How about you? But now they know you are unreachable as a star energy here. They have nothing to give or offer you. They've considered themselves to be a waste of your time at this point if they ran up on you, that you wouldn't even be bothered with them. Page of Pentacles reverse. They have nothing to offer. Nothing. They put you on a pedestal so high that you're out in the galaxy somewhere to this person. Look at the Nine of Swords reverse. I'm just seeing this card because I was moving this way, but look, I mean, the writing's on the wall with the Nine of Swords reverse. Seven of Cups reverse too. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. 10 of Swords reverse. 7 of Swords reverse. Hierophant reverse. We're talking about this King of Cups right here. The one who took every advantage to try to play you in order for them to be on top, for them to survive. This person threw you under the bus so many times you don't even know, or you can't even count. Numerous of times for them to save their own ass, save their own perception of what others thought about them. They were garbage. I'm sorry, but they were garbage. Let me turn this card over so I can get about this energy. We have the 8 of Wands on its side. I heard battle. I heard giving it to them good. That's what I heard. Look at the arrows, how they're just like kind of coming up from the natural ground of our forefathers, giving it to them. This person's getting it. They don't even understand how, where it's coming from, but they're getting it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see. Let's see just for interest what's behind the 7 of Swords reverse. Excuse me. Hierophant reverse. They've been in this for too long, and this is divinely guided for them to come up out of here. But you know, they say with the Hierophant reverse, you stay in that mode for too long, it could be detrimental. And it is. It's proven to be so, don't you say? Wouldn't you think? With the cards out here. We have the Magician. They don't know where this energy is coming from. They're not accepting it. But like I said in the early channeling, the energy that they're giving out is what they're getting back. The power that they put into the dismal, creating like misfortunate events for others, they're getting that back. Just think if they would have went half-ass on stuff, then it wouldn't be so bad like it is. You see these swords in reverse positions? Ace of Cups reverse. 7 of Swords reverse. What else? 5 of Wands, y'all. Look at this. Everywhere they go, everywhere they turn. I said with the 8 of Wands, they don't know where this stuff is coming from. But they're on the land of our ancestors and forefathers right now. So yeah, they're going to get it. They might consider moving wherever they come from, or try to go regain contact with your people by way of your natural ancestral heritage and lineage. Go back there because you need safety right now, because you on my turf. My ancestors. There's nowhere you can hide or run to currently, possibly for the rest of your dwelling here. So you might want to move. All right, y'all. Then we got the King of Wands. I'm not going any further than that. So, all right, y'all. I hope this helps.